Okay, so we got the game. It's done. It's finished. We want it on the phone. So what you need to do here, what the heck? There we go. So you're gonna click anywhere on the stage here, and we're gonna go to properties, and you need to you need to look at your publish part. This is what we care about here. Oh, and I am broadcasting if you care. Oh, no, I'm not. Just kidding. No, I am. Join.davekid.tk. So we have to set this all up to publish, and then we publish it onto the phone. So first thing you got to do is plug in your phone. You need a data cable, plug it into your phone, plug it into the computer, and make sure that the computer recognizes the phone. You may need to download drivers. It all just depends on the computer you're on and how universally accepted your phone is on that computer, basically. I have a Galaxy, so I just plugged it in. It was happy. I know it's working because I go to my computer and it shows up right here on my portable devices. So it recognizes that my phone's plugged in. It's communicating with it. Everything's happy. The other thing you need to do on an Android is make sure USB debugging is turned on. Let's see. And I've done this a couple times and I can't remember how to do it. So I got my phone up here. So what you need to do is go to settings. We're going to come down here to about phone. I'm using Google here. Tap build number 7 times. That sounds weird. But yeah, build number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now it's already yelling at me. Developer mode has already been turned on. But you do it 7 times and it says, oh, you're about to turn on developer mode. Oh gosh. And then you turn it on and everything's good. Okay, once developer mode is on and you've turned it on, you go back here and then now you have developer options available on your Android. Okay, so we go to developer options and then we come down here to USB. Whoa, hello, what are you doing? Slow down there. I'm all controlling this from my computer. USB debugging. There it is. You want to turn that on. That basically allows external devices to control your phone. So, no. Or is it plugged into the computer right now? Maybe unplug it first. You may not be able to turn on debugging while it's plugged in. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that needs to be turned on before you plug anything into the computer. It's not going to ruin anything if you did it before, but this needs to be turned on, then you plug it in, and that's going to allow Flash to be able to go in there and put stuff on your phone.
If you wanted to like buy the iPhone.
No, don't do it.
Okay.
No, well, sorry. What were you?
I don't need to be doing that like right now, but in the future.
What were you gonna say? Sorry, I just said I was trying to be funny and it didn't do a good job. So
well,
you.
Like if I don't know, if I like did a game that I really liked and like wanted to put it on like an iPhone, where would I go to like pay for that?
It's the developer. It's Apple developer account, some program, something like that. Let's take a look. Yeah, pretty sure this is it. Yep.
I had someone like asking, because I was like telling them, or like a client about how like we were doing phone games in a class, and they're like, oh, like that sounds awesome, and I was like, yeah, but I'm not doing.
Yeah, so you have to sign up for this Apple developer account. I think it's $100 a year.
Oh, okay.
And I know, but the cool thing about this is it would allow you to do what we're doing now on Flash and put it on there, but it would also allow you to put it on the App Store, right? So you could actually build something, put it on there, and actually make money if it's good enough and people pay for it or put ads on it or whatever. Google's is similar, but it's $25 and it's like a one-time fee. And so to be a Google developer, it's $25. To be an Apple developer, to have that blessed, we bestow upon you that amazing power, you got to pay $100 a year for it. But the thing is, I mean, if you make an app and you're making a ton of money, who cares if it's $100 a year? It's totally worth it, right? So once you become a developer, you pay the money. Yeah, so I'm going to hit enroll here. So I need all this stuff. Okay, whatever. I do have an Apple ID, believe it or not. I can't remember what it is, though. Well, maybe I don't. No, it might just be an Apple account. Anyway, so just hit enroll, make your account, and then sooner or later they're going to say, show us the money. And then yeah, there it is. The Apple Developer Program is $99 per membership year. Yep. So once you do that, they're going to give you, I can't remember what it's called. It's like an Apple key or something. We'll get into that because Flash asked for it. And you got to give them that key, and then that's like you proving that you're this developer and you're able to do it and you're able to put things on the phone. But that is at least how you would get the ball rolling. Okay. And I don't know if there's a USB debugging type thing on Apple phones. I have no idea. It's one of those things where I would show you guys how to do this if the university bought me an iPhone, but there's no way in heck that I'm going to spend my own money on it. It's just not going to happen. Sorry, guys. But yeah, if you go through this and you want to go through this, I am totally more than willing to sit down with you and help you muck through it. So, all right, so Android, we got that turned on. We're good to go. Apple people, get out there and pay the $100 if you want. Okay, so we go back into Flash. Now that USB debugging is turned on, we're going to come over here to the publish settings, and we're going to hit the little wrench right next to Air 26 for Android. We're going to hit the little wrench to get into the settings. These are the publish settings. These are some things that we got to set up before we can put it on the phone. So under general, you don't need to worry about the output file. We'll just keep that by default. The app name, I think, let me double check here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is what's going to show up on your phone. So I am going to change that. So when I look at the app and the text underneath the app, this is what's going to show up as it. Pretty sure. Or wait, am I crazy? Yeah, so you got the apps icon, and then right underneath, I'm pretty sure this is the text that shows up. App ID, we don't need to change. Version, if I was actually developing this and changing things, and I updated stuff, and I wanted to have 1.2, 1.3, I could do that, but I'm not, so I don't need to worry about that. Aspect ratio, for me, is portrait, because you play the game in the portrait mode. I want it to go full screen, and auto orientation, yeah. Render mode, I'm just say auto. Whatever you pick here, it should be fine. I'm just going to say auto. I'll let it figure it out. Processor, I'm not going to mess with. The included files, I'm not going to mess with. So that's really it on the general. Okay, deployment. This is where Android and Apple is a little bit different. So they're both going to want a certificate. I think it's P12 is what it is what Apple's going to want. Apple's going to want like a P12 key or something, and you don't have that. But Android is awesome, and they're like, look, we can let you create a certificate here. So a certificate is just you proving who you say you are, proving that you have the okay, the power, the permission to put something on a phone. So you do have to have a certificate. So I'm going to hit create here. The publisher name really doesn't matter what you put here, especially if this is all just testing. But I'll put my stuff in here, organization, AI, unit, I don't know. Just say web, organization name, AI, country, US, password. I'm just say ABC, 1, 2, 3. If you were doing this for real, obviously you would want something a little more secure than that. Confirm password, ABC, 1, 2, 3. Keep knocking my stupid mouse. It's too tall. All right. Type can't change. Validity period. This is how long this certificate will last. I think there's actually a limit to what you can put it at. I'll put 100. I want this to be valid after I'm gone. And I'm going to save this as just certificate. Doesn't matter what you put there. I'm going to hit browse, and I'm going to save it in the same spot as my game. Just right here in my game folder. And you can see that it's going to be called certificate.p12. So in Flash, you can create this certificate on your own with Android stuff, but for Apple, Apple's like, no, if you want this certificate, you got to pay us. So that's one of the things that you're paying them for when you pay that $100. Huh?
You get a fun message when you click OK.
Maybe. We'll see. Well, so mine was too long. So I'm going to say 20 years. That's what I got. Self-signed certificate has been created. Yay. So I hit OK. Now if I go to my game folder, I should have it in there. Yep, there it is, certificate.p12. And yeah, I guess I'll show you really quick. Cancel out of this. So if I go to Air for iOS and I hit the little wrench, under deployment, it's asking for use an iOS certificate. Okay, so I have to find the certificate that they give me, the password for it. I need to get a profile thing that they give me, and just a bunch of stuff that you can't get unless you have that developer account. They got your hands tied. Oh man, I got to redo this real quick. So ball spiked, full screen, auto. We're okay there. So deployment. All right. So now I got deployment. Now that I've created that certificate, I need to browse for it. And there it is inside my game folder. I think it already did that after you created it. So now I told it what the certificate is, and I have to put in the password that I put in for that certificate. So ABC123. And I'm going to say remember password for this session. That just makes it so if I accidentally exit out of this window, I think it'll keep the password up. If not, it's not that hard to type in. But this is the password for the certificate that you just created. So Android development deployment type is device release. Okay, we're putting it out there. This isn't like a debugging app or anything like that. We're not creating this app, or we're not deploying it to debug. We're deploying it to actually work and be on the phone. Okay, embed Air runtime with application. I think this is checked by default, but you need to make sure this is checked. This basically embeds the Adobe Air program, which will kind of run it on your phone. If you don't have this, it won't work. Air is what's required for this stuff to work on phones. Okay, I'm going to install application on the connected Android device. I don't want to launch it. I'm going to launch my own. Okay, and then I'm just going to, this is my device. If nothing's showing up here, then that means it's not recognizing your phone on your computer. If you plug it in afterwards or you do some changes, just hit refresh and it should come up. But I'm going to install the application on the connected Android device, make sure that's checked. And I'm not 100% sure if you need to check it here or not, but I'm going to check it because that's the device that I want it to install on. Still not done yet though, so don't hit publish yet. Okay, now I'm going to come over to icons. So on an Android device, these are the different icons that it needs. So certain icon it's going to use on a phone, another type of icon it would use on the Google Play Store, another size icon it would use on a tablet. It all just depends on the device and environment that you're in. These different sizes of icons are going to be used. So I've already created those, and not going to lie, it was kind of a pain in the butt. So I'm going to go grab my icon that's 36 by 36. So I'm going to browse for that. Inside of my game folder, I have this icons folder, and I've already gone through and created all these icons, and I've made them the right size. So 36 is right there. 48, I'm going to browse for 48. 72, browse for 72. If you do this on the iPhone, there are way more sizes. What is this, 5? There's 6 sizes here. On the iPhone, gosh, I swear there was like 12. It's a bunch. But these are all the different sizes of icons that they're going to need for the different environments that you access this app on. And I'm not 100% sure. On the phone, it's probably 36 or 48. That's the size that it uses. If you don't create these icons, then I don't think an icon is going to show up when you put it on the phone. So you got to make sure that you throw that in there. You got to check your phone. So US debugging should be on. Also on my phone, the first time I plug it in, like a little thing came up and said, hey, do you want to, something's trying to access to your phone, do you want to allow it? And then I had to hit allow. And then after that.
Yeah, so I have one that pops up that says I can actually choose what it does. So it's like charging, power supply, file transfer, MIDI device.
What device?
MIDI device for audio.
No, you're probably going to want file transfer.
Yeah, so I just selected. And I hit refresh, but nothing pops up.
So it's not showing up in deployment?
No.
We'll have to take a look at it in a minute. I'm going to go through the rest just for the video's sake, and then after that, we'll take a look. Okay, so anyways, that's for icons. Then permissions. This is like whenever you install an app and the app's like, it needs all these different permissions to work. Like this is where you define that. You would say, well, it needs to be able to access the internet. It needs to be able to write things onto your storage. It needs to be able to, access the location, the camera. My game isn't going to do any of this stuff, so I don't need to ask for any of that. Languages, English. I'm not awesome enough to have all these other languages. All right, so that should be it. So now I'm just going to come down here, got everything selected. I'm going to hit publish. This usually doesn't take too long, but it's not very quick either. I have had it a couple times where it just kind of got stuck on publishing. That was fun. It was weird when it got stuck. I went into my phone and it actually was put in there. So, all right. So the APK was packaged successfully, but a warning occurred. Okay, application has not specified its permissions requirement in the application XML. That's fine. Okay, the application's been packaged with the captive runtime. Cool. So I hit OK. If everything worked the way it should be in there. We'll see in a minute. Guys, I see all my, there it is, ball spiked, bam. And you can see that the name I put right here, the app name, is what showed up. So ball spiked right there. Okay, so if I click on it, booyah, baby. Heck yeah, it's working. Die. Cool. So happy days, it's on my phone. Stop playing. No, it might be because I didn't completely kill it. There we go. Okay, so anyways, yeah, bam. Let's go back home. I don't think it put it on the main screen. Nope. So to actually find it, I had to go into my apps place where like all my apps are. I don't think it automatically puts it on the screen here. So anyways, that's it. Now stop recording and yeah, have fun.